Hello everybody, Zelfie here, and today I am back with my week 4 of the TCL. Yeah, this is still a thing, and this week we had to start a little bit late. We're technically into week 5 already, but we got an extension. We played today. Just going off of the teams, I've facing Baker of the British Bulbasaurs. He doesn't have a logo yet, it seems, and he has quite a powerful Sun team. He has the Sun Center, of course. He has Venusaur, Darm, Zard, Zarude, technically. And that's kind of scary. He also has Darm, Thundy, Starmie, Klefki, Whimsicott, and Haxorus, and Diggersby. So, like, this is a really threatening team overall. It's a bit, what's the word? It's a bit maxed out to, like, supporting Sun, I think. And it's not too extreme, because if you take out the Sun part of his team, right, he's probably not going to bring Venusaur, unless if it matches really well against the opponent. Darm can still be brought, and then you have, like, these three can also be brought, plus, like, Zarude / Whimsicott, Haxorus, Diggersby. So there's, like, 7 non-Sun team mons that he can actually bring. And, Torkoal and Venusaur, like, toss-ups on whether or not you can bring them. So, his team is a bit polarizing, so I do have to prep for Sun, which I made sure to do. In case you don't know what my team is, it's actually the one right below that. Garchomp, Melmetal, Blissey, Slowbro, Volcarona, Mandibuzz, Keldeo, Aerodactyl, Zergotry, Gorsel, and Diancie. And at first, I didn't really know how I wanted to prep for his team, because I felt like there was a lot of different ways I could have gone. There's not a exact right answer here. Obviously, I needed checks of Sun, but, what I want to do to get around that, I could have brought Stall. Stall was actually on my radar just because of how well Blissey can handle a lot of the special threats. Yeah, so I just kind of want to get into the team. This is the team I brought. I brought Choice Specs Keldeo because I was looking at it. I'm like, well, if he ever decides to kill something and it's not with Thundy or Starmie or boosted Venusaur, then I'm going to have a free swap of Keldeo, and I'm going to be able to do as I please. And I thought that was really powerful against his team, just maybe like a Specs Hydro Pump, or Secret Sword, or Flip Turn, or whatever. I thought that was going to be a great niche. But yeah, that's why I decided to bring Keldeo. I thought it just had a decent matchup in his team. Of course, all of his faster threats not only like threatened to revenge kill me back, but like could have swapped into me. So I think my pick to bring Keldeo was a bit risky, but I thought it was justified. I also brought Blissey. Blissey felt like the only... I won't say mandatory, because I think Garchomp was also mandatory, but Blissey and Garchomp were like the 2 mandatory Pokemon I thought I had to bring, because Blissey handles like pretty much all of his special answers that he wants to throw at me, and Blissey was going to be so important for that. So no matter what, I had to bring Blissey. Unfortunately, my EV got lost. I can't remember why I EV'd this for, but I believe I EV'd it for like Superpower, Life Orb, Thunderous, or something like that. Along the lines of that. I can't remember exactly though. Probably something I could soft boiled off of with Lefty's recovery and stuff like that. Something like that. What else did I bring? I also brought Scarf Garchomp. Once again, he had a lot of scary mods, and particularly he had a lot of scary mods that could swap into Keldeo as well. And I wanted to bring Garchomp because I'm like, oh, okay, well, Earthquake, potentially Fire Blast and Stone Edge, those will put a good work. And I also wanted to have a Revenge Killer for Haxorus at +1. So Scarf Garchomp felt like the necessary answer right here. It also checks Scarf Darm, which is something I was pretty sure I was going to see regardless of what it was, or regardless if he brought Sun or no Sun. But yeah, like, Scarf Chomper, pretty good. It served me pretty well in the fight. Melmetal, I didn't have to bring Melmetal, I'm gonna be honest. You look at his team, he has 3 fucking fire types. And it's like, what are you gonna do with a Melmetal? I said no, fuck it. I'm bringing Melmetal because I want to bring fucking Melmetal. That's pretty much it. I also brought Shucka, once again, to help check a DD'd up Haxorus and a Diggersby. With the Shucka Berry, I can live a hit and then Revenge Kill, Double Iron Bash, or Ice Punch, whatever. Yeah, basically, that's it. Mandibuzz also felt pretty important to the team. Unfortunately, I think I should have ran Special, but that's hindsight. It would have helped to check Venusaur and Starmie better. I kind of just brought it just to, like, foul play something, U-turn on the Zarude. I just thought it was going to be a decent check. It also gave me an Earthquake immunity, which decentivized him from clicking Earthquake on Diggersby at the very least, right? Maybe because of my Mandibuzz, I can swap Melmetal in on a return, take very little, and then he goes for Earthquake, and I live it because I'm Shucka. So it would set up for that good bait. And then I also brought Aerodactyl. I honestly thought Aerodactyl put in a lot of work versus Sun. Because, like, if I got this in versus Torkoal, Torkoal's not gonna do anything to me, right? It could, like, Solar Beam, it could Stealth Rock, maybe, and remove hazards on its own side, right? But I thought, like, Aerodactyl with setup would absolutely body him. Now, I should have brought Earthquake for Klefki. I didn't acknowledge that. But with Ice Fang, Stone Edge, Dual Wingbeat, and Dragon Dance, I was like, oh, fuck, he can't answer this, right? Because literally nothing would want to take that, besides Klefki, of course. But I have other ways around Klefki. And even if he was, like, Priority Stun Spore, or whatever, paralyzing move that Whimsicott runs, or like Prankster Thunderous, I can still just shrug it off the Lumberry. I almost brought Life Orb for the additional damage, but I didn't think I need it because this mon's plenty strong enough. Unfortunately, I brought Adamant because I'm like, oh, well, I need to be able to outspeed things, or I need to be able to actually outdamage things. And, you know, even though Aerodactyl's strong, I was a bit questionable about if it'd be able to OHKO a Starmie at +1, so I brought Adamant. This kind of sucks because it meant I could have outspeed Starmie, which would have been nice. I believe it would have also outspeed Whimsicott too, but yeah, you live and you learn. Anyways, that is the team that I brought, so let's just get right into the match. He brought the non-Sun variant of his team, which is pretty much everything I said he would bring. He brought Whimsicott and Zarude instead of, like, Klefki, I guess. I forgot what else he could have brought. Oh, and Diggersby, which, you know, fair enough. Maybe he, by the way, this guy just came in. He had to take over a place of another person left. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So, yeah, maybe he didn't want to play with something this week. He just wanted to play something more standard. That's perfectly acceptable. Here, I'm looking at his team. I'm trying to see what he wants to lead. And I don't even remember why I choose, honestly. I think I'd go with, like, Chomper, possibly. Yeah, I just lead Chomper because I'm like, okay, maybe Darm will be the lead, right? He goes into Zarude, and this is probably a lot more obvious in hindsight, because I forgot what Zarude knows, normally. I know it's like, in OU, it can do like bulk up stuff, right? But I didn't know what else it did. And so it turns out that this Mon also gets U-turn. I still don't know what set he was at the end of the day, but I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just swap out. I think I go like right into Melmetal, because I'm expecting some type of grass move or bulk up or something. Oh no, I go into Mandy, which is fine. He goes straight into Thundy. I'm like, oh, whatever. This doesn't have a hidden power ice anymore, so I go straight into Chomper, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna quick Stone Edge here. Unfortunately, that misses, so, you know, that Whimsicott had a sash. That'd be painful. And I also try to go for some type of read here. I forgot what I was reading for. I'm like, maybe Starmie or Darm will come in, so I go for the Rock Tomb. It's whatever. So now I go for Double Iron Bash, and this just straight up kills Haxorus. Fucking murdered. Melmetal is so goddamn strong. And then, you know, Darm comes in, U-turns. I don't expect to click anything else. Oh, I also want to say, every single time that Darm is in against Melmetal, I am so tempted to click Double Iron Head Bash. But, like, I'm like, but it's so good against him, I don't want to lose it. It's just safer to do this. I'm not going to get punished. Like, it was those types of thoughts. Here, he brings a Whimsicott again, which just perfectly incentivizes me to go for Melmetal again. So, this is what I do. And, actually, I think this is something that I, like, picked up now, because I was wondering, why is he gonna go for Tailwind? What is he trying to set up? And then, like, it clicked with me, like, he was doing quite a lot of damage to Garchomp here. I'm like, oh, he's Choice Band Darm Manitan, that makes so much sense. So he's trying to set up the Tailwind so CB Darm can, like, just come in and sweep. Once again, I go into Blissey here, because I'm like, well, if he goes for Flare Blitz, then I don't want Chomper taking that much damage, because I still need it for the Thundy, and I still probably want it for this. So I go for Blissey here, just, you know, because he goes into Thundy. I'm like, oh, well, he's gonna set Nasty Plot, that's whatever. And I just teleport out so I can go into my Chomper and revenge kill it or whatever. He goes into Starmie here. I'm like, oh, that's fine. I'll just U-turn out or foul play, whatever. and then I do this. I believe I go Aerodactyl, and this is why I realized my mistake. It turns out I underspeed this, and yeah, that sucks. Unfortunately, I think with the set I was running, I don't think that Jolly would have helped too much anyways. Well, nah, that's not true. If I was Jolly, then I would have not spent this. I would have KO'd it. What I was trying to think of is, but if I was at +1 with a Lumberry, I wouldn't be able to kill it still, which could also not be true. I'm not too sure. It's too much brain power for me. Anyways, he just kills the Aerodactyl. That's fine. I believe I just go into Chomper here. I click my safest non-Earthquake move, which is Dual Chomp. It's 90% accuracy. I just brought it so I'd have some other move to go for, and I didn't want to bring Scale Shot. I forgot why. Oh yeah, I think it's just because Dual Chomp had slightly consistently more damage, because Scale Shot can only hit twice. I believe it needs to hit 3 times to out-damage Dual Chomp, so I just went for Dual Chomp here. I'm like, whatever, if he kills this, it's fine. Then I miss my attack here. I'm like, oh, well, maybe I should swap out. You know, he goes for Sludge Wave here, which is fine. It's whatever. He goes for Focus Blast and it misses, and so I go for Seismic Toss, and then I'm gonna go for Seismic Toss again. And does this matter? It doesn't really matter, I think, if you miss that first one. It means that he could have gone for a more consistent hit. It's whatever. And once again, I'm put in a position where I don't have, please don't miss a 90. Thankfully, I don't. And we're all good. Like, at this point, I'm like, I win this so easy. I go into Amanda, he goes for a Crunch instead of U-turn. I'm like, oh cool, I'm just gonna get my free U-turn here, as he goes for a Zone. Jarm comes out, of course. And, you know, everything else you can kind of see play out. I go for Earthquake because there's nothing that Zarude can do to, like, my team that threatens me anymore. So there's no reason to not take the opportunity and try and kill Darm right there. No predictions needed. And I'm just gonna go for Ice Punch. And, of course, I'm just gonna end this the way that I wanted to. The mod that I probably shouldn't have brought, but ended up carrying, is Melmetal. Damn, this mod's so fucking strong. It got 3 kills this week. Well, that's like Garchomp, but like, the mod that I was telling myself, I shouldn't have a reason to bring this, but I'm going to. Well, put in so much work. Shout out to the goddamn Melmetal for being a goddamn beast. Anyways, if you guys enjoy this, make sure to like, comment down below. Check out my opponent's YouTube in the description, if I can find it. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.